If you've ever looked at the copy trading page and had no idea what you're actually looking at, this video is for you. I'm going to do a full walkthrough of PU Prime's copy trading platform, break down exactly what every number and every section means, and show you how to make a genuinely informed decision about who to copy. Let's go. This is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. PU Prime's copy trading homepage, and the first thing worth noting is the scale of what you're looking at. So over 150,000 copiers, over 6 million successful copy trades, and over 32,000 signal providers. This is not a small feature bolted onto the side of a broker, right? This is a fully built copy trading ecosystem with a large and active community behind it. If you're serious about improving your trading results in 2026, it's time to stop relying on guesswork. Let me introduce you to SignalPeak.io, a trading signal platform built around precision and structure, not random entries. With SignalPeak, you get real-time trading signals, clearly defined entry points, take profit and stop loss levels, plus structured market analysis that actually explains the setup. There are also dedicated channels tailored to different trading styles, so you can follow what suits you best. Most importantly, everything is built around discipline and proper risk management because consistency always comes first. If you're still unsure, they offer a free trial so you can test the quality for yourself before committing. Don't chase the market. Trade with structure. Trade with confidence. Try SignalPeak.io today. Now, let's get back to the video. Now, looking at the provider list, right, you can see it's broken into categories. You've got top traders, highest annual return, low risk and stable return, and high win rate. These categories are useful for filtering your search depending on what kind of provider you're after. If you're more conservative, you might start at low risk and stable return. If you're looking for more aggressive growth, you might start at, highest annual return. But whichever category you start in, the category is just a starting point. You still need to go into the full detail of any provider before you make a decision. Each provider card on the homepage shows you a headline return, right? A win rate and a risk score. The temptation is to find the biggest return number and click copy. That's a wrong approach, and by the time we get to the end of this walkthrough, you'll understand exactly why. You also have two tabs at the top, right? Recommendation and rank list. The recommendation tab is what you're looking at before, a curated selection of providers across different categories. The rank list tab orders providers purely by performance metrics and gives you a broader view of who is on the platform. The recommendation tab is a good starting point, to be honest. The rank list is better for doing your own filtering across a larger pool. Use both, but remember both are discovery tools, not decision tools. They help you find providers worth investigating. The decision comes after you've gone into the detail. So when you click into a provider, you land on their full profile page, and this is where the real analysis happens. Let me walk you through every section because there's a lot of information here and all of it matters. At the very top, you have the headline return, right? 3 months by default. Next, you have a number of copiers, the risk score, and the profit sharing percentage, right? The number of copiers is worth paying attention to, right? A provider who's built up hundreds of copiers over a sustained period has a time to be properly scrutinized by a large number of people. A brand new provider with a flashy short-term return and very few copiers has not been tested over time yet. The risk score represents the volatility of the strategy. The higher the number, the more aggressively the provider's operating. Larger positions, bigger swings, more exposure. Always read the risk score alongside the return. A high return with a very high risk score is a completely different proposition to a similar return with a low risk score. And then profit sharing is the percentage of your profits that goes to the signal provider. Factor this in when you're evaluating whether a provider is worth copying. Now, into the overview section, right? You have 3 chart views to toggle between. You've got return, monthly risk band, and maximum drawdown. So start with the return chart and look at the shape of it rather than the number. What you want to see is a chart that trends upwards consistently over time, right? A chart that goes flat for months and then spikes suddenly in a short window tells you the headline number is being driven by one aggressive run, rather than a sustained repeatable process. That distinction matters enormously. So switch to monthly wristband and you can see how volatile the strategy has been month by month. Months where the band jumped significantly show you the provider took on meaningfully more risk during that period. Is that a regular part of their approach or a one-off? The chart will tell you. So max drawdown is the most important view on this page. This tells you the most significant decline this provider has experienced daily, monthly, and across a year. If you're going to copy someone, this number tells you honestly how bad it's gotten for them at the worst point. So look at the yearly drawdown, right? That's the full picture of downside risk, and you need to decide whether you're comfortable with that level before you allocate any money. This is the number most people skip, and it's the one that matters most. On the right side of the page, you have the trade stats section, right? Total trades gives you the sample size. The more trades across a longer period, the more statistically meaningful everything else becomes. The win rate needs to be read alongside the drawdown, right? A very high win rate with a high max drawdown often means a provider wins frequently, but when they lose significantly. A moderate win rate with a very low drawdown, right, might mean they manage losing trades tightly and let winners run. Neither is automatically better, you just need to understand which profile you're looking at and whether it matches what you want. The frequently traded symbols section, right, shows you what this provider actually trades. A provider concentrated heavily in one instrument has their entire track record built on how that one market has behaved. That's a concentration risk. A provider trading across multiple instruments shows a more diversified approach and a track record less dependent on one single market condition. So scroll down to the other section and you get the operational detail. Active since is the first thing I check, right? How long has this provider actually been on the platform? The longer the better. A provider who's been active for over a year and maintained consistent performance across different market conditions is a fundamentally different proposition to one who's been live for a few weeks. Settlement frequency tells you how often profits are settled. Average holding time tells you the trading style, right? Fast scalping or longer holds. And you should match this to how you want your account to behave. A scalping provider taking dozens of trades a day creates very different account activity to a swing trader holding positions for days. Trades per week reinforces this, right? And profitable weeks gives you a consistency read, right? What proportion of the weeks has this provider actually finished in profit? That number is more meaningful than the headline return because it tells you how reliable the process is week to week. When you hit the copy button, right, the setup screen opens and this is where you configure exactly how you want to copy this provider. Let me walk through each setting, right? So investment is the amount of your balance you're allocating to this copy. This doesn't have to be your full balance. You can allocate a portion and keep the rest available. You don't have to put everything behind one provider. Copy mode determines how positions are sized on your account relative to the provider. The default is equivalent used margin, which mirrors a provider proportionally based on your allocated amount. Stop loss is the setting I want you to always fill in without exception, right? This is the maximum percentage decline on your allocated investment at which the copy automatically stops and closes. It's your safety net. So decide before you start copying exactly how much of your allocated amount you're willing to lose and set it at that level. Never leave this blank. Take profit works the same way in reverse, an optional target at which the copy automatically stops if a certain level of profit is reached. Lot roundup determines how fractional lot sizes are handled when your account mirrors a provider. Copy open trades determines whether you copy positions the provider already has open when you start, or only follow new trades going forward. Starting with new trades only gives you a cleaner entry point. You're not jumping into the middle of a trade you have no context for. That's the full setup. So investment amount in, copy mode selected, stop loss set, confirm. From that point, the provider's trades mirror on your account automatically in real time. You can monitor everything through your account dashboard and adjust or stop the copy at any point you choose. Home page to find your providers. Trader page to do your due diligence properly. Copy page to set it up correctly. That's a full PU Prime copy trading platform and everything you need to use it the right way. The information is all there before you commit a penny. Use it. Link is in the description, so go and explore it yourself. Subscribe and I will see you in the next one.